So basically these pictures show what happens if you don't have a calibrated typhodont. In the calibrated one, you can see that there's a proper contact over there, and as I explained you, like you need to have a 1 mm separation between the two, and then like in the non-calibrated one, basically the drag which was created was because of the proper contact, because like this contact and this contact would hold that mylar sheet, the one that I was showing to you guys. So in this one, like the reason it was not closed because the occlusion was open there, and then like if there is less than 1 mm reduction separation, then this will be a non-calibrated typhodont. This is just a pictorial representation how they look like. So in case we are doing a crown prep on this calibrated one, you can see that like if there will be a proper 2 mm reduction, and as per like the books, it says that the first plane of the reduction should be 3 mm, and then because you had a proper separation, then like in the last when you're finishing up your prep, then there will be a 0.5 mm separation between the adjacent teeth. So and then like because of this, then you will be able to finish up your prep 0.5 to 1 mm supragingival, because you're getting a proper reduction, and then this was translating over here to the first mm plane, and then this will be ending up 1 mm supragingivally, which is the like acceptable criteria according to the books. In the non-calibrated one, what will happen, like since it was not in occlusion before, so when you guys are going to reduce it, it will be more than 2 mm reduction. The only way that you guys can check a reduction after it's being done is with the help of a condenser, which is 1.5 mm on one side and 2 mm on one side. So when you run it between this, it will show you more than 2 mm reduction, because basically you reduce it 2 mm as you did the earlier one, but then like because the occlusion was open, it was more than 2 mm reduction. So this one will be automatically like it will be out of the picture. Then the first plane will automatically be reduced to less than 3 mm, because you were trying to reduce this 2 mm, and then when you were checking the reduction, if you will be in the exam, then it will be automatically like less than 3 mm, and then you have to drop down your margins to almost equigingival, or they might be subgingival, which is which will actually put you in trouble. So that will happen in case of the non-calibrated typhodont. In case of a crown prep, in case of a class 2, it's pretty easy to understand. You can see that like there is a proper separation in a calibrated typhodont, as I was explaining, like 1 mm. When you will be dropping down your gingival box, and then it should have a 0.5 mm clearance with the adjacent teeth, as we all know, like it's mentioned in students and everywhere else. So if you don't have a calibrated one, then like if you have a calibrated one, then you can see that like this is coming in an acceptable range. I mean, like you don't have to drop it too much for that. Then in the non-calibrated one, you can see that since like from the beginning the contacts were tight, that means the contact was down there like a little bit. So you have to drop down your gingival box very deep, and like in those exams it became really tough, because you're dropping down, and then you're not finding your separation, and then it's very difficult because your visibility is reduced, and then your wall is increased, and then your cavity will be badly messed up because of that. So basically these two things can happen. I mean, it's just a brief overview what can happen. I tried to demonstrate it as best to my possible thing. So that's it.